What's up, YouTube? I am the boss. I'm bringing awareness about the Jane Wayfield story out of Indianapolis. This story is really important to me. I found out, actually, 2 years ago, my ex-husband, the cousin that Jane is inquiring about in her video, that's my ex-husband. Nobody knew who he was because he's from Atlanta. She's saying it in that video. She said, I never seen this nigga. I never, she's saying that. He said that was his cousin. My ex-husband and Jamil Carter were very close, y'all. His nickname is Boopy. His name is David Robinson. He loved Jamil Carter. He did. He would have done anything for Jamil. He did do anything for Jamil. He disrespected his wife for Jamil. Yeah, me. Treated me like I was nothing, y'all. Yes, he did. As I sit and think back, oh my God, y'all, it was right there in my face. I didn't know when my husband was having the cold sweats, the shakes, regurgitating all in his sleep. I didn't know it was about Jane Wayfield. I wouldn't have, I didn't know. Even till y'all, when he tried to unalive me, because he did in 2022, he tried to take my life by strangulation. And when I called the police, threatened to call the police, at that time I was so scared. He was like, bitch, any bitch call the police, because he called me, when he ran, he called my phone back to see what happened. But my neighbors is the one called, you see? They the one heard all the commotion. So he said, you snitching, bitch, any bitch snitch, I'ma unalive, what he say? I'ma do your ass like I did that bitch in now. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, bitch, I'ma do you just like I did that bitch in now. You know? And I'll never forget it. I will never forget what he did. I will never forget. Bring justice for Jane. Y'all, we gotta bring justice for this woman. My ex-husband admitted to me what he threatened me. He told me what he did to her. He made it seem like she snitched on his cousin about some drugs, but that's not what it was. He told me she snitched on him about some drugs, y'all. And all this time, it was the DL. Him and his cousin was sleeping together. But it's all documented. I went to therapy. It's not my husband anymore. And let me block you. Get off my channel. I am so grateful to God that I was able to get away from this monster. God has been amazing. He's been following me on every social media website. He's been following me, him and his family, on every social media website. They won't leave me alone. They're disgusting. These are some really disgusting individuals. They mad. They help enable David. And that's why they mad. They didn't never want me to piece this together. They never thought that the truth was going to come back and bite their ass in the ass, but it did because I went to therapy and it's in documentation. I didn't know I didn't know this was a real story. I just told my therapist what my husband said to me, and it's documented. You get it? Who would have ever thought that what I was saying in therapy was a real case? You know what I told my therapist? I told him he was using it as a threatening tactic. He was threatening me. He was trying to control. That's what I thought. I thought he was, blowing smoke. I didn't know he really did it till I saw Jane's video and his cousin. And I dropped to the floor. I went to hollering and screaming. I couldn't believe it. It took me 2 days. I was speechless, y'all, for 2 days. I don't know if y'all ever been through something like that, but to know that somebody unalived somebody and you didn't know, they told you, but you didn't think. You get what I'm saying? That was weird. I had a reaction. I was like, oh my God. We could have saw this case 3 years ago. I thought, you get it? And now he done married somebody else. Narcissists move really fast. He unalived Jane in 2020. Tried to unalive me in 22. Okay, he unalived Jane in 20. He love bombed me in 20. We got married in 21. He devalued, he abused, tried to unalive me in 22. We divorced 23. He married in 24. Y'all get it? This man has never stopped. He never stopped to heal, no therapy. He's not stopped, y'all. This is a sick motherfucker. He's dangerous. And I thank God every day I escaped his ass. I really do. Hi, y'all. Everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming in. I am TheMossTheBoss. I'm a 3-year narc survivor. I'm bringing awareness about the Jane Wakefield story. My ex-husband is a narc. He is disgusting. I really don't feel comfortable of saying allegedly because my story is not allegedly. He actually told me that he was going to unalive me like he did this lady. And actually he tried, but he did it. He tried to strangle me. I have the pictures up on my channel. I always show. I'm not ashamed of what happened to me. I bring awareness. A lot of women don't want to talk about, I talk about it because people need to know these men are dangerous, and women. It's not just men. I don't want no one to think it's just men. If you watch this movie called Through Sickness and Hell, that's telling you and showing you about a female narc, how dangerous they can be. A female narc is very calculated. A narc can be your mother, father, friend, cousin. A narc just don't have a face or age, none of that. It could be any color, anyone, you know? So I don't, I never want men to think this channel, when the boss is speaking, when I'm talking, I'm speaking just bringing awareness all across the board because men go through things too. I'm going to show a little clipping on the Jane Wakefield unaliving. I have to bring awareness because I'm so involved in this case. I was married into this family, the Carter family, and my ex-husband David Robinson. He is the cousin that she's talking about in this film. He is the cousin. He done this. He done this. I'm gonna show y'all some of the clipping. It was disgusting. It was ruthless. It was very calculated what they did to her. I pray for her children. I hope one day they receive justice, guys. And I know it's coming. Um, the guy Jamil that she's speaking on, he actually, which was my ex-husband cousin, he got unalived on my birthday when I was in Jamaica. When my ex-husband tried to unalive me in 2022, I turned 50 that year in October. When I went to Jamaica, I was over in Jamaica screaming out to God, crying, because I was just coming out of narcissistic abuse, y'all. Y'all know how I was just so devastated. I knew I was about to go through a divorce, all of that. I knew I was never going back to this man. I was over there screaming. I was just asking God for his forgiveness, telling him, God, how sorry I was. Because, I allowed that to happen. When you deal with a narc, you have to take accountability. You understand? The narc, yeah, they fucked up. But somewhere, somehow, for us to get involved, chosen ones, empath, with those type of people, we have to figure out what's wrong with us. And I did that. I did the work. I healed through God, a lot of God, and a lot of therapy. And I'm grateful that I was able to get out and get away from this monster because he was sick. When I was screaming out over in Jamaica, I was in one of the most beautiful islands in the world, Negril. If anyone ever heard of Negril, that's where I spent my 50th. He got unalive. Jamil Carter, the guy that Jane, in her story that she's speaking on, which is my ex-husband cousin, he got unalive in 2022. My ex-husband is devastated behind that. I already know. That was his lover. He loved Jamil. And that's why I'm saying, David, turn yourself in. You know what you all did to Jane. Jamil is no longer here. You might as well take accountability. If you want redemption, if you want God to rest your soul, if you're not, David, if you don't rest your soul, if you don't go to God for redemption and ask him to forgive you from your soul, you know where you're going. And your whole family, anybody that's involved with Jane's death or her unaliving, it's not going to be good for you. This is some clippings of her. You guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. Anybody new in the live, please. I'm bringing awareness. A lot of people, they feel like she got what she deserved, this and that. But I don't think so. I don't feel that way. This lady deserved justice. She loved kids. She had a family that loved her. She was a business owner. She might have been a loud, boisterous, or whatever. Okay, even the blackmailing part. She shouldn't have tried to blackmail them for $5,000. That's what they said. And that's what she said in the lie. But that still don't give them the right to unalive her. That was their cue to go get a lawsuit because she was a business owner. I would have sued the shit out of her. If she was if defamation of character, if she was all of that, put my name all on Facebook, all of that, they could have sued her ass. Why unalive her? Make it make sense. Duh, she was a businesswoman. They could have sued her, bankrupt her ass, whatever. But why unalive her? They could have still got justice. Because that was not justice what they did. We all know that. That was not justifiable to do what they did to Jane. All because she went live on Facebook. Yes, she exposed y'all. She bruised y'all fucking ego. But that was your cue to go sue her ass and take what the fuck she got and shut her mouth. And then that way she would have known not to ever do that again. And you would have looked it like a grown ass man. That's you get it? They would have looked it better. Then that way they wouldn't have looked suspect. Because now you go on a live her, you look suspect. And then what's the odds? Your first cousin, Jamil, he's rest in peace. Jamil Carter is gone. He is. But I was married to David Robinson. David Robinson, his first cousin, they are like this. David is DL. David did used to be in Indianapolis. He told me. Jane don't know when she said it in the live. I never seen him before. He called him his cousin. That's because David from Atlanta. She wouldn't know him like that in Indianapolis. I knew God because God would come in town. My husband would leave and be gone the whole weekend. Won't even answer the phone for me. When I would question him, he would cuss me out. He told me don't ask him shit about him and his cousin business. I'll never forget that. It's on my therapy. This man treated me so fucked up for this man, God. I felt so uncomfortable around him. I knew I'm David White, but I felt like the outsider. How do someone make you feel like the outsider and I'm the wife? He was triangulating me, y'all, and I ain't even know it with his own cousin. His cousin was his lover. God reveals everything. I always ask God for my clarity because I just ran from that man. I knew he was a narc. He was a liar. I didn't want to hear nothing from him. God gave me all my answers. I was being triangulated with Jamil and didn't even know it. That's why Jamil treated me like that. God and my husband had a relationship. That's Jamil's nickname. My husband's nickname is Boopy, and his cousin that deceased, his nickname was Gar. That's who Jane is talking about in her stories. My ex-husband. Listen to the story. My ex-husband is the cousin. No joke, y'all. He used to have nightmares. He used to wake up in cold sweats, regurgitate. I used to call his mother. I thought it was a childhood trauma. You know what all she would say? David been through a lot. His father, you know what he said? David sold his soul. And if you would have talked to me first, you would have never married him. Why would his father say that, y'all? I caught my ex-husband in a house with a man. That's how I know he did. Jamil was his best cousin. So it all pieces together. I caught my husband here in Atlanta in a house. I'm asleep. I hear voices in my house, y'all. I wake up because my husband's supposed to be in the bed, remember? I get up, go and he trying to push me. The door, pulled it so I wouldn't come out. He pushed me through a wall, y'all, to make sure. And when I still was tussling because I wanted to know who the fuck was in my house. You know, by the time I could get, the dude was going out the door. Why was he doing all this? I'm his wife. What the fuck was they doing? I'll never forget. David Robinson, turn yourself in. The cousin in Jane's story name is David Robinson. Y'all heard her talking about Jamil. And she said the guy there, she didn't know him, but he said it was his cousin. That was David. I can't make this up. I know what that man told me. I know what that man said he'll do to me. I know what his father said. Jane will rest in peace. David, turn yourself in. You know what you did to that lady. You and your cousin was in a sexual relationship, and she caught y'all ass. She caught their ass. And they was mad as hell. I'm about to play some clippings of Jane, y'all, because we got to get this lady some closure. It's only right. What they did to her was so fucking fucked up, y'all. Everybody know this shit. It was wrong what the fuck they did to this lady. She did not deserve it, y'all. How could they? I don't even see how these motherfuckers sleep at night. How do they sleep at night knowing you did this shit to this lady? And his family, they so ratchet. They know they was praising a guy who sell drugs. That tells you right there. They praised Jamil. They thought he was the shit. He was the drug kingpin of a housing project. This is a man who's selling drugs out of a house. I never understood that. I never understood what they was praising him for. You get it? What is he to be praised over? He sell drugs at a housing project. Hogville, that when she talking about that, that's a project. Not saying there's something wrong to living in the project, but that's not nothing to be praising no one over. Especially when they're not doing the right thing. People get murdered. I never understood that. I'm trying to locate her video. I'm gonna play a little clippings of it. Cause y'all, this is something I'm not gonna stop. I'm here for a reason. My ex-husband tried to unalive me. He threatened to unalive me just like this lady.
Look to the military and make sure you keep dropping them bombs on that lifeblood, man. One thing we do over here, Bonfire,
this lady's story.
Saying how dirty and savage they are in these streets, man. Indianapolis woman, head top on first, and I'm just.
Hold on, I'm trying to find her video, y'all. Wait a minute. Give me a minute. I'm about to find it, y'all. I'm about to find it. This may be it. I just, my heart goes out to her kids. My heart goes out to her kids, her family, because what they did to her was horrific. I'm getting to it. Hold on. What they did to her was disgusting. Nobody has the right to do no one like this.
Jamil Carter Sr.,
man in his hood. You don't have the right to take nobody's life like that.
Was agitated.
That's not the one.
You're not my friend.
You do not have the right to take nobody's life in that manner.
Over 2 years, Jane Warfield's death remained a mystery.
I think this is it, y'all. This is it. I'm rewinding it. Let me get back to the beginning. I'm playing some clippings of Jane's story. I have to play this. I'm trying to keep her story alive right now.
When I stepped in there, y'all, oh my God, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. When I walked in there, y'all, what I seen with my own 2 eyes, hold on, thank God my phone was sitting on the table right there by the door. I swung the door and I said, oh! And I couldn't even talk the words. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth right. So I'm I'm trying to breathe. I'm like, and I just looked down and see my phone. I snatched my phone. They was standing there just staring at me. So them motherfuckers looking like the devil. They was looking like they was straight trying to kill me. So I just grabbed my phone. I was like, so I jumped in, start running. I had to jump back in my car. Remember I told you I parked up by the door, right? So I get in my fucking car. And as I'm backing down, I'm like, hey, you motherfuckers, y'all better come up out some money. Y'all be talking that big money shit. Give me a couple bands or something now. Cause this right here, this is unacceptable. I'm out the window like, you motherfuckers is trifling. And you bitches think y'all ain't gonna get me. So wait, dude said, come on back. I said, nah, you on bullshit. I was like, motherfucker, send it. There go the lights.
Wait a minute, they went to commercial. We don't do commercials. Hold on. I didn't know they was gonna do a commercial, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't do commercials.
Couple bands or something now. Cause this right here, this is unacceptable. I'm out the window like, you motherfuckers is trifling. And you bitches think y'all ain't gonna get me. So wait, dude said, come on back. I said, nah, you on bullshit. I was like, motherfucker, send it. Cash at me, motherfucker. I said, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole goddamn city what the fuck's going on. I told him just cash at me 5 bands. That's all. Shit, you in a $50,000 truck. I can't get 5 bands. I can't get 5 bands. So I was just like, get sick. Cash at me 5 bands. That's it. And I ain't gonna sell a soul. You know, it won't be nothing on nothing. Huh. That motherfucker, look, I called his phone. He kept saying, bitch, I'm Hallville. Bitch, ain't nobody gonna go.
She went live on Facebook.
I see the whole
17 minutes of raw emotion, shaking hands, fast words, and one shocking claim. She said she saw something no one was supposed to see. She warned viewers that if anything happened to her, it wasn't an accident. They tried to kill me. So if anything happens to me, y'all know. The video spread fast. But what came next, no one was ready for it. A personal moment became public. A private truth became a digital weapon. And within hours, everything changed. This is the story of what happened after Jane Warfield pressed record. And why some stories never get a chance to finish.
Welcome to True Dark Crime Lab. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned for the most intense true crime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.
Before her name made headlines. Before the video turned her into a viral firestorm. Jane Warfield was just Jane. She was born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. A product of the city's working-class neighborhoods, gritty, resilient, loud when she needed to be, and fiercely loyal to the people she loved. By the time she was 40, Jane had already worn many hats. Mother of 2 daughters, caregiver, online personality, survivor. Life hadn't been easy, but that never stopped her from pushing forward. She was known in her circles for being the type of woman who never waited for permission to speak her truth. Jane wasn't wealthy. She didn't have fame. But what she did have was a voice, and she used it. Her social media presence became a kind of personal journal, part venting session, part open mic, part local commentary. She was unfiltered. At times crude, often hilarious, and always brutally honest. Whether it was calling out local issues, posting relationship rants, or sharing her take on life, Jane didn't care who agreed with her. She spoke for herself. And in a city where not everyone feels heard, Jane demanded to be. People followed her because they never knew what was coming next. She had charisma, attitude, and a sense of fearlessness that made her addictive to watch. Behind the screen, though, Jane was still just a woman trying to raise 2 girls.
FCM can make it feel like you're missing out. But with Ambutra,
so
you don't just
sorry,
get a
y'all.
prescription, you get a ticket.
Start
One that may
doing
take you
this.
on a different journey.
Why are
Ambutra.
doing these commercials?
Over 2 years, Jane Wafield's death remained a mystery. Her case file, still open. No charges.
Wait a minute, y'all. This ain't the one. Because they doing too much talking.
Chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to.
Okay, this it.
They chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today.
Now we're trying to get to the bottom of a shooting and a violent car crash that killed a woman there on the scene.
It happened this morning at 30th and Lafayette. That's on the northwest side of Indianapolis.
Our crime reporter Steve Jefferson has been there all day long talking to witnesses there. He also has the surveillance video showing exactly what happened this morning. Steve?
Police believe this all started with gunfire 2 blocks north of this intersection. They are looking at video in this case as part of the investigation. This video shows the violent crash Tuesday morning involving a shooting victim on Indy's northwest side. You can see a driver speeding down Lafayette Road before slamming into another driver waiting in the turn lane.
It spun it at least 3 times, and it hit the Camaro. It hit the Altima. So when he gets out the car in one piece, which I was very surprised, he runs over to the Camaro to make sure she was all right.
Inside the car, officers found a woman who had been shot prior to crashing.
We have one confirmed adult female who has been shot. She was transported to the hospital and she succumbed to her injuries there and passed away at the hospital.
Paramedics transported a man from another car in serious condition. Witnesses who saw it all told us they're sick and tired of Indy's violent crime wave.
We need to stop it and go back to days when people took care of each other, watched over each other.
People who recognize the shooting victim's car believe a controversial social media post is all to blame.
They show different things, they put different things on there that should not be on social media.
Crime lab workers will help piece together all of the evidence as homicide investigators put together what led to the deadly shooting and crash. On the Crime Beat, I'm Steve Jefferson.
Steve, thank you. Meanwhile, tonight, Metro Police have not made any arrests or released any information about possible suspects in that case. Once they get that information to us, we'll, of course, pass it along to you.
I see the whole gay bird in front of my whole 2 eyes. 2 eyes. I had to come here and tell him about it. Listen. Happened earlier today. Hold on. This nigga, y'all, that. Hold on, let me wait for some more people to get on here. Because y'all got to hear this story, because this is a good story. You know, we hear a lot of shit, but we don't never really get to see that shit. Because these niggas, they hiding. Listen, y'all, they're hiding behind the covers in the sheets around this bitch. The covers in the sheets. You feel me? The covers in the sheets. Hiding. They're hiding. So, I have been, discussing some shit with this nigga. We were doing some business, me and this dude. Now, I'm going to tell you, he did give me some head way back a long time ago. Long time ago, a couple of years ago, like before I started fucking with a friend or something, he wasn't even there. It was it was about 2 years, how was it 2 years ago? About 2 years ago. I think when I first was on Orchard, he gave me some head. That's when it was, Okay, so when I was on Orchard, nigga gave me some head, right? Never really talked to him like that. I had the old man. I had a lot of other shit going on, so I never talked to the nigga like that. Listen. So, I was doing some business with this nigga, right? Hold on. I had to run in there and still take my phone and run out. They chased me out the house. Hold on. Pants hanging and everything. Hold on. Screaming, Howville. I said, fuck Howville. I don't give a fuck. You need to give me some money. I'm fucking telling everybody. You think you got some money? We Howville. Ain't nobody, fuck Howville. Howville gonna have to pay. Because if not, it's a story to be told. Oh, y'all don't want to pay? Bitch, I let you give me some head and you out gonna fly. No, it's not. And I feel disgusted. I've been sick all day. Thinking about how I let you suck on my motherfucking pussy. And you're over there hitting the fudge out the back of niggas. I can't stomach it. But they say you 4 East Side niggas been doing that shit. I ain't never seen that shit. Listen, I never seen that shit with my own 2 eyes. But today, I've been scoring for life. But today, I'm trying to move forward. Today has been one. Today, I've been traumatized. You niggas are traumatizing bitches. Who did on this nigga? Hold on. I grabbed what I came to get or whatever. He's like, come on over here to my uncle's house or whatever. Boom. Familiar with your uncle's house. Had been over there before once or twice or something like that. You know what I mean? So I had grabbed whatever, but I'm in a rush because I got to get back to the shop or whatever, you know, or whatnot. So, boom. I'm riding down the street. I done got the nigga being Speedway, right? I'm damn near to the tire shops on 16th Street. I'm like, fuck. I don't let my phone. So I start calling my phone, and I start calling his phone, and when nobody answering on my shop phone, I got a flip little phone, a little flip. It's my shop phone, right? So, girl, yeah. So I'm on my little shop flip phone, and I'm like, boom, calling my cell phone, calling this phone. Ain't want nobody answer. So I'm like, damn. So now they got back over there. I done parked right up by the front door, though. Thank God, because they chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. Them niggas. And then when I got in the car, I started talking shit. If anybody knows me, that's how I get down. As soon as I get to the car, I get close to my pistol, I'm really talking shit now. So wait a minute. So look, I'm in here. Hold on. I'm banging on the door. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm knocking on this motherfucking door. I'm like, I need my fucking phone. That's my money bag. I'm like, hitting this motherfucking door. And I'm like, when nobody comes to the fucking door, right? I'm like, damn. Something told me to check the door. That motherfucker was unlocked. When I stepped in there, y'all. Oh my God. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. When I walked in there, y'all, what I seen with my own 2 eyes. Hold on. Thank God my phone was sitting on the table right there by the door. I swung that door and I said, oh! And I couldn't even talk the words. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to breathe. I'm like, and I just looked down and see my phone. I snatched my phone. They was standing there just staring at me. So them motherfuckers looking like the devil. They was looking like they was trying to kill me. So I just grabbed my phone. I was like, so I jumped in, start running. I was jump back in my car. Remember I told you I parked up by the door, right? So I get in my fucking car. And as I'm backing down, I'm like, hey, you motherfuckers, y'all better come up out some money. Y'all be talking that big money and shit. Give me a couple bands or something, Neil. Cause this right here, this is unacceptable. I'm out the window like, you motherfuckers is trifling. And you bitches think y'all ain't gonna get me. So wait, dude said, come on back. I said, nah, you on bullshit. I was like, motherfucker, send it, cash at me, motherfucker. I said, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole goddamn city what the fuck's going on. I told him just cash at me 5 bands. That's all. Shit, you in a $50,000 truck, I can't get 5 bands. I can't get 5 bands. So I was just like, cash at me 5 bands. That's it. And I ain't gonna sell a soul, you know. It won't be nothing on nothing. Huh. That motherfucker, look, I called his phone. He kept saying, bitch, I'm Howville. Bitch, ain't nobody gonna go against. I said, who the fuck is Howville? Don't nobody give a fuck about Howville. Who the fuck? Does anybody know what the Howville was? I was just sitting over, I got a bag on Howville. I'm setting you bitches' faces and made a bag. What are you talking about? Enough to get me to my next location. So fuck a Howville. Who are y'all? Howville, who is it? Anybody left? Who is this nigga? And so, hold on. I gave this nigga ample opportunity. I even gave him an extra hour to come up with the money. I was like, listen, just run me the bag and I just try to forget. But at the same time, nigga, you could have let me know you was getting down like it. He said, bitch, I ain't gotta tell you shit, bitch. I don't owe you no explanations, bitch. He's talking like a G, though. This nigga talking like he on gin, though. This nigga is talking like he's on gin, though. Okay? I'm telling you, he's talking like a G. I said, boy, they told me they was doing it out east, but I didn't know y'all was doing it out west like this. I believe out east. I done heard about out east. I heard about you niggas out east getting nasty than a bitch about a bag. Y'all niggas, out east, them niggas getting 20, 30 off white men are hurt. I don't know, but what I am gonna say is, Jamal, you got the right bitch today, because I take it personal because you gave me, you administrated hit on me before. So now I gotta go, well, I stay in the hospital, so you know what I mean? I probably would've known if something would've happened to me behind this shit, but at the same time, you're not safe. You're not safe. You know, it's been a long time really since I touched you like that or whatever, but motherfuckers ain't safe out here, y'all. It's definitely not safe. They're sick, they're nasty, and they're just out here to get bitches. And they're out here, man, that shit is real. That shit y'all see in ATL, that shit is so fucking real, and it's starting to come down. It's tumbling down to our city. They're taking over. Everybody needs to check their nigga out straight up, because these niggas is playing like they this and that, and got the keys to the city and all this and that, and they under the sheets and the covers. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I've been super traumatized today about some niggas once again, because I had to witness some shit that I didn't come to see or nothing like that, and I don't appreciate it either. Because you know what? If you get down like that, nigga, you need to let motherfuckers know. You don't just do that kind of shit and just think it's okay. And you was looking at me like you was going to do something to me. Bitch, I'm out of here. Yeah, bitch. I would have let him go right out my little corner, honey. I don't move without my pistol. Never, bitch. Should have went to the door with that motherfucker. Good thing I didn't. Then pop one of them niggas. Hey, all I'm saying is, guys, you females don't make it no better. Y'all keep accepting these niggas back, and they just nasty, and they just do what the fuck ever they want to do and stuff. And now they just getting wild. I guess they just tired of us bitches. Now they fucking each other and shit. The shit's getting wild. All I'm saying is, be safe. Boat up. Boat up on your dude. Boat up. I'm telling you, boat up on these niggas, because ain't no telling what's going on. I'm seeing this shit right here. I'm everybody suspect. After this right here, all you niggas is suspect until I determine otherwise. All you niggas on the list. All you niggas. I'm cool. I should have known. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you what the first clue was. The nigga was getting his toes done. This should have told me right here. The nigga was getting his toes done, y'all. And you know how you can change the face on live? You can change the face of the person that, you know, like you're looking at them. He was changing them into men and stuff. I understood when he was changing it to like women and characters, but when you was changing them into men, why do you have the men on your feet, baby? What are you doing here? I'm like, I thought that was weird. That was the clue. See, it be clues. It be signs. And I just showed somebody and shit and was like, ain't this weird in a bitch? Why is he turning the camera into a man touching his feet? I thought that was disgusting. That was number 2 weeks ago. And then, here we go. I walked into a mess. I walked into some smutty, nasty, disgusting shit. And I'll probably never be the same. I don't know. I don't know. Star, I will never be the same. Never. And these little dusty ass niggas, they gotta be stopped. They're fucking disgusting. Now I'm wondering where you got the money for this truck and shit. You're probably fucking white men downtown. You hang downtown all the goddamn time. You down there fucking them white men? What's going on out here in these streets? For the better Indianapolis, for the greater Indianapolis, you niggas need to knock that shit out. Y'all infested our little town. We all gonna be dead. I ain't touching nothing else. I don't want no head off you niggas or nothing else. I'm cool. I'm cool. Y'all done showed me what time it is around here. Shit, I thought we was safe. We sorry than a bitch around here. You ain't gotta worry about it. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, that bitch will never be back on this line. I dead his motherfucking wife. Bitch, you should've just paid the bread. You don't walk around like you got so much motherfucking money. Nigga, well, you should've got me quiet there. 5,000, I would've thought maybe that you was sincere about being good, right? You would've ran me about 5 G's. I would've thought that, you know what I mean? I could've maybe took you seriously. You maybe, I don't know, but you declined. And you thought,
Y'all, that's the Jane Whitfield story. Shout out to the Jane Whitfield family. That's her story. It's a lot, huh, y'all? It's a lot. My ex-husband was involved in her murder, y'all. I will not stop bringing this lady justice. She deserves it. That's what my platform will be used for. TikTok. I'm not going back to TikTok. Jane was on Facebook and YouTube. And this is where I'm going to make my home, my house. I'm going to grow my followers here. And this is where I'm going to make my house. It's coming. Like and subscribe to the channel, The Boss. I do skits. I cook. I do smoothies, TheMoss. Everything is amazing. I'm an entrepreneur. I love hard. I'm a 3-year survivor, warrior. I love and I love hard. I love with compassion, honor, and integrity. After going through what I did with that demonic spirit, I healed through God. I learned how to love myself unconditionally. You have to love self. When you love yourself, a narc could never get in. Remember that. When you love yourself, a narc could never get in. And always remember that. God has been good to me, y'all. I ain't gonna say it's been easy, but it's been worth it. Justice for Jane. I will not stop. Her spirit is big. Her soul has not rested. Her soul has not been laid to rest. It haven't. Excuse me. She's haunting my ex-husband. He used to regurgitate, sweat, scream out in his sleep. This lady has been following him from state to state since he unalived her. Her soul did not die in that accident and now. She walked away from that wreckage and followed my ex-husband. Everywhere he's been in the last 5 years, Jane been haunting him. And it's time to turn yourself in, David Robinson. And anybody in your family that know what you did need to turn you in. It's time. Yup, it's overdue. This lady deserved to rest in peace. She has daughters. She have a family that loved her. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Y'all have a good night. Yes. Justice for Jane. Justice for Jane. Justice for Jane.